Hello, welcome to the second part of Spitfires over Dunkirk. Now if you remember the first part, we left it pretty much halfway through, everything in but nothing particularly detailed. How I thought I'd kick off part two is to put a couple of more aircraft in, just to start to really bring a bit of life to the picture. So I've popped the Spitfire up here. This will help to emphasise the flow of the picture from this point here sweeping round like that. And I've put a Stuka in here. Now if you have a look, you see the Stuka is pretty close to the edge of the canvas. Now the natural position for the Stuka in terms of a composition would be about there, and then another aircraft down here, but the trouble with that is that it would be very symmetrical, and for a combat painting you don't want symmetry. Combat doesn't have symmetry particularly. There needs to be an element of imbalance. So the fact that this aircraft is in trouble, by moving it to the edge, it just kind of emphasises that a little bit. So what we're going to have is a trail of smoke coming from this Stuka up here, behind the tail, and then up here. And what that will do, it'll help to join the three elements together. Anyway, so that's the plan. So we'll fire up the time lapse and yeah, see how it goes. I think this is a good point to stop and catch up with where we are at the moment. You notice I put the Spitfire onto the beach. It may look a bit small, but it needed to be that small, i.e. the Spitfire, this main Spitfire needed to be that high to make that Stuka work, otherwise the Stuka tended to look like a bit of a model. So he's in place. You noticed I put some squadron codes on the Spitfire. Now actually that's been one of the hardest parts of this painting so far. It's taken me hours and hours. Because we wrote this book on Dunkirk and the air operations over Dunkirk, we listed every air combat that took place over the beaches. Now finding an actual aircraft that actually engaged Stukas over the beach around this time of day, late afternoon, in these weather conditions, etc., etc., was really difficult. In the end, I managed to find this one, L1065, which is an early Spitfire, 609 squadron, and it was in the air 2nd of June over the beaches when some Stukas were shot down, so it's about the best I'll get. Now, the next stage of the painting is to detail all 4 aircraft. Now, from a cinematic point of view, that's going to be so dull because it's literally me hunched over the canvas for hours and hours on end. So what I thought we'd do, have a bit of fun. I'll just click my fingers and we'll jump to the completed aircraft. So all I'm going to do is go you go. Spitfires detailed, Stuka detailed. Yeah, Spitfire gone. Why's the Spitfire gone? It was stopping the movement of this main aeroplane, and that we needed to get movement into the beach. So what I'm going to do now is to put some perspective into the beach first, and then hopefully work out where to put everything. The Spitfire might come back, might not, I'm not sure at the moment. So we'll fire up the time lapse and you'll see how I put some basically movement into the beach, and hopefully that will improve it, and then I can work out what to do for the final bit. There's loads of work to do, but I've started to put in the beach detail. I've started to work on them all over here. Aircraft are sort of 95% finished. You notice Spitfire's been in and out twice. What I thought I'd do now is put it in for the third time. I've decided to turn it round 180 degrees so that the wing, so it's facing that way. So I think it's going to be kind of roughly like that, maybe. And it's going to be burnt out because the pilots did set fire to their Spitfires, because at the time of Dunkirk, Germans didn't really have a captured version, and the RAF pilots were very keen not to let one fall into enemy hands, so they set fire to them if they force landed. So this will be a burnt Spitfire. So I'll try that. It might come in and go out again, and then from now on I'm just going to go off and detail and finish it, which again is not exactly very entertaining from a visual point of view. Okay, here we are, 95% finished. Prop disc is in, that was tricky. Spitfire's back in again, going the opposite way this time. Boat's in, ship's in, changed the smoke a little bit. So generally working, pulling it all together. The last 5% is the fun bit, because that's when I revisit each part of the painting and just play with it and improve it. So I'll sort these clouds out a bit, maybe add something nice here, put extra aircraft in the background, and so on and so on. Funnily enough, I've just sent a picture of this as it stands to Flypast for the advert for this print, because the deadline was today. So if you look out for the advert in this month's Flypast, the painting is in this state, not in the final state, so see if you can spot the differences. Anyway, so I'm going to crack on. It's not really filmable, the last 5%, because it's all just me just sitting and meddling and playing with it. So I think what we'll do, we'll cut straight to the final result, and yeah, hopefully you'll see the difference. You'll see how it's just hopefully enhanced a little bit. Okay, so finished. Well, I say finished, I don't think artists ever finish paintings really. I think we just sort of get out while the going's good. Anyway, this one is complete. So did you spot the differences between 95% and 100%? Very briefly, we've got more cloud up here, we've got detailed smoke, more aircraft here, fire from the Stuka. This boat has been made smaller because it was competing with a prop disc. Detailed all this boat down here, detailed the Spitfire, detailed these, took them back a little bit because they were competing with the wing, sorted that out a bit and super detailed the Spitfire. So quite a bit of work, about 3 days work, but it was enjoyable because, you know, the end bit always is. So there you go, Spitfires over Dunkirk. Hope you enjoyed it, especially the time-lapse. I think time-lapse adds a bit of an extra dimension to it, so we'll do that with future videos. So if you want to see those, subscribe to the YouTube channel or share on Facebook, I don't know, whatever you need to do. Principally will be available on the website. The original painting is for sale. Again, contact me through the website. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and look forward to seeing you again.